We carry a weight that we believe is noble. It's the weight of control. Our entire modern identity is forged in this fire. We are told from our first breath that we are the captains of our ship, the masters of our destiny, the architects of our future. The future is in your hands, they say. You can be anything you want to be if you just try hard enough. This idea is the very bedrock of our civilization, the engine of our ambition. It feels empowering, it feels essential, and it is the greatest, most subtle, and most draining hoax ever perpetrated on the human spirit. You were never in control, not for a single moment. And the frantic, lifelong belief that you were is the hidden source of all your suffering. Imagine this. You are sitting in a magnificent, fully autonomous vehicle. It's a marvel of design, equipped with a silent quantum intelligence that can process billions of data points per second. It knows the optimal route, not just for speed, but for your soul's expansion. It anticipates traffic you cannot see, adjusts for storms still gathering over the horizon, and navigates the complex web of reality with a grace you cannot comprehend. It is designed to give you the safest, most efficient, and most meaningful journey possible. But on your lap, there is a small plastic toy steering wheel. It has fake chrome and a cheap molded grip. And you, believing this toy is the real thing, have your hands clenched around it in a white-knuckled grip. You are utterly exhausted. You've been driving like this for years, maybe decades. You sweat over every turn, agonize over which lane to choose, and seethe with rage at other drivers who seem to cut you off. When the car smoothly navigates a complex interchange, you puff up your chest and congratulate yourself on your brilliant skill. When it gets stuck in an unavoidable traffic jam, you berate yourself for your poor planning, your laziness, your lack of foresight. You are so intensely focused on the useless, impotent toy in your hands that you never look out the window. You never see the breathtaking, ever-changing landscapes the car is driving you through. You never feel the smooth, powerful hum of its real engine. You never have a single moment of peace. Your entire journey is defined by a tight knot of stress, relentless self-judgment, and a profound, bone-deep weariness. This is not a metaphor. This is a direct description of your life. Every pang of guilt over a past decision, every sleepless night spent modeling 100 different catastrophic futures, every ounce of precious life energy you spend trying to manage people's perceptions of you, that is you, wrestling with the toy wheel. The wrong career choice, the failed relationship, the financial mistake. You carry these not as experiences, but as indictments of your character, believing they were entirely your fault. The cruelty of the hoax is not just that it exhausts you, it poisons you with a sense of personal failure for events that were never, ever under your command. The moment of awakening is not when you finally learn how to drive better. It is not when you master a new productivity technique or find a better map. The moment of true awakening is when, in a moment of utter exhaustion, you finally look down and realize the steering wheel in your hands isn't connected to anything. It's a cheap toy. And with that shocking realization, a terrifying but exhilarating question arises. If I'm not driving, what am I? The answer changes everything. You were never the driver. You were being driven. More than that, you are the vehicle itself. You are not the one living your life. You are being lived by life. This is where the mind panics. It fears losing its identity. If I'm not the doer, am I just a puppet? But look at a mighty oak tree. Does the oak control its growth? Does it decide to push its roots deeper or reach its branches toward the sun? Number. The oak tree is a perfect conduit for life. It is lived by the sun, the soil, the rain. It responds to the seasons with an innate, effortless intelligence. In its surrender to this greater intelligence, it finds its magnificent strength and form. Or think of a wind chime. It does not try to make music. Its purpose is not to control the wind. Its genius is in its total surrender to the wind. By being perfectly hollow and receptive, it transforms the invisible force of the wind into beautiful, audible sound. Your ego, your sense of being a separate doer, is what fills the chime and stops the music. Your true identity is not the small, anxious driver. Your true identity is the hollow chime, the receptive tree, the wave being moved by the ocean. You are not a puppet on a string. You are an instrument for the symphony. This is not fatalism. Fatalism is the driver giving up in despair, slumping over the toy wheel and saying, "Nothing I do matters anyway." It's a bitter, resentful state of inaction. Surrender is something else entirely. It is the conscious, willing participation of an awakened being. It is the passenger finally letting go of the toy, leaning back in their seat and looking out the window with a profound sigh of relief. The energy you once wasted on a futile effort of control is now freed up for what really matters: to experience, to feel, to connect, to be truly present for the miraculous journey. The world, once a battlefield to be conquered, becomes a wonderland to be explored. A quick technical moment. If what you're hearing resonates with you, hit subscribe. It shows that this information is valuable. The mind conditioned for control, immediately rebels. So, what am I supposed to do? Just sit here and do nothing? Let my life fall apart? This is the fear of the abandoned ego, the little driver terrified of becoming irrelevant. But letting go of the wheel is not an act of passivity. It is an act of supreme activity, but of a different, more intelligent kind. You shift from the brute force of pushing to the elegant intelligence of listening. Your job is no longer to be the CEO of your life. Your new job is to be its most devoted and sensitive mystic, its most curious artist. So, what does this look like in practice? You start by cultivating stillness. You must create moments in your day where you are not wrestling with the wheel. Moments where you consciously place your hands on your lap and just feel the vibration of the real engine. This is meditation. This is a silent walk in nature. This is sitting in a room and just listening to the sounds around you. In this stillness, you begin to pick up new signals. You start to notice the subtle currents of resonance. A conversation that makes you feel expansive and energized. A book that seems to speak directly to your soul. A sudden, unprompted urge to visit a new place or learn a new skill. These are not random whims. These are whispers from the real navigation system. You also learn to listen to your body. Your body is a finely tuned resonance chamber, an unerring compass. Your mind can rationalize anything, but your body cannot lie. The tightness in your chest when you are about to agree to something you don't want to do is a clear no. The sudden feeling of warmth and openness when you meet a certain person is a clear yes. Your practice is to honor these physical signals, even when your mind can't logically explain them. This takes immense courage. It means choosing the path that feels right over the path that looks right on paper. And what about the difficult moments? The traffic jams? When you feel stuck, anxious, or heartbroken, the old habit is to grab the wheel tighter, to try to fix the feeling. The new way is to surrender to the experience itself. You allow the anxiety to be there without judgment. You feel the heartbreak fully, without trying to escape it. You realize that these states are also part of the journey. The car hasn't broken down. It has simply stopped to refuel or to wait for a storm to pass. By allowing these experiences to move through you without resistance, they complete their work and release you. This is the dance. You stop trying to write the song and start learning to dance to the music that is already playing. It is a dance of trust, of letting go, of responding to life with an open heart. This is the final surrender that leads to true freedom. You stop trying to live your life and you allow yourself at last to be lived. If this video changed something in you, write, I let go of the wheel in the comments. Write it as a promise to yourself. Nobody